Yisa, the boy who rejected wisdom. In a quiet village called Amagu, where the river shimmered under the sun, and the wind carried stories through the trees, there lived a boy named Yisa. Yisa was fearless, but his fearlessness was not wisdom. It was stubbornness. If people said, "Go this way," Yisa went the other way. If his mother said, "Stop," he continued. If the elders warned, "Do not touch," Yisa reached for it. The villagers began to talk. "That boy will bring trouble," they said. And trouble always followed him. He stepped on drying peppers and laughed as they scattered. He untied goats and watched them run wild. He disrespected sacred places and mocked the elders. His mother, Nkem, cried many nights. "My son," she would say softly, "a child who refuses wisdom walks toward danger with open eyes." But Yisa only smiled. "I am not afraid," he said. But deep inside, Yisa was not strong. He was hiding. People often spoke of his father. A good man. A wise man. A respected man. And Yisa felt small. So instead of becoming good, he chose to become the opposite. One season, the village changed. The river began to dry. The earth cracked. Fear spread. The elders spoke. For 7 days, no one must disturb the river or enter the sacred grove. The village obeyed. But Yisa laughed. "That is when I will go," he said. One night, while the village slept, Yisa stepped into the darkness. He went to the shrine. He kicked over offerings, spilled sacred wine, scattered what was meant for peace. Then he went deeper into the sacred grove. The trees stood tall and silent. The air was heavy, still, watching. Yisa raised his knife and cut into the sacred tree. Once, twice. Then, the wind changed. A cold force rushed through the trees. The leaves trembled. The night shifted. Then came a sound. Low. Strange. Not human. Yisa froze. "Who is there?" he whispered. No answer. Only the sound again. Closer. His fear woke up. For the first time, his torch died. Darkness swallowed him. Yisa ran. Branches struck his face. Roots grabbed his feet. The forest twisted around him. He ran until he reached the river. And then, light, voices, men, the village guards. They saw everything. The broken shrine, the scattered offerings, and Yisa. By morning, the entire village knew. His mother cried. The people were silent. The elders were angry. Yisa stood in the center of the village. For the first time, he had no words. "Why?" the chief asked. Yisa looked down. "I was wrong," he said. But this time, his voice was not proud. It was broken. He was taken away, locked in a dark hut, alone. At first, he was angry. Then, he began to think. He remembered his actions, the pain he caused, the shame, his mother's tears. And slowly, his heart changed. That night, Yisa cried, not from punishment, but from truth. The next day, the diviner came. "You made noise," the old man said. Because you were empty inside. Yisa lowered his head and wept again. The elders made their decision. Yisa would not be cast out. But he must change. Truly. That evening, Yisa did something no one expected. He fell to the ground before the entire village. "Forgive me," he said. "I thought I was strong. But I was foolish." And for the first time, the village saw his heart. His journey began. He worked. Every day. He swept. He carried water. He repaired what he broke. He served those he once mocked. Without complaint. Without pride. The villagers watched. Slowly. They believed. The hardest part was his mother. She did not speak much. Not at first. Until one evening. She touched his face and said, "Now, you are beginning to grow." Yisa cried again. But this time, with hope. Then, the rains came. The river rose. The land healed. The village rejoiced. And Yisa was no longer the same boy. He was still fearless. But now, he was wise. At the next festival, the chief called him forward. "What is strength?" the chief asked. Yisa answered, "To listen. To learn. To protect what is good." The chief smiled. "You are free." The village celebrated. And Yisa never forgot. Years later, he would tell young boys, "Doing wrong is not bravery. It is blindness. True strength is choosing what is right." And so the story lives on. A warning. A lesson. A truth. The one who rejects wisdom invites destruction. But the one who learns can still be saved.